never forget that sound.
No, never.
That's what we're making go.
I know.
I'm Stacey. I'm Sienna's mum. She was born at 25 weeks and 6 days. She weighed £1.9 and we spent 79 days in NICU.
I'm Lauren and I'm Darcy's mum, and she was born at 26 weeks and 4 days. She weighed £2.1 and we spent 100 days in NICU.
I'm Catherine. I'm Lottie's mum. She was born at 28 weeks and 1 day. We spent 94 days in NICU and she weighed £2 6 ounces. I knew something was wrong. She stopped moving, just completely stopped moving. She was a very active baby. And I went up to Derriford for a scan at 9 o'clock in the morning. She was born 3 o'clock that day. They said they need to get her out straight away. 29th of July, Sienna was born. And I remember them taking me down for the C-section. And then I remember that you said I was singing that song. We were sat, Greg was behind me and the big blue thing was up. They were bringing her out. And all I remember laying there thinking was, I can't believe I've got to bury her. I feel like I'm going to have to bury her. And then Mel, the consultant, Mel, she said, "Did you hear that?" And I went, "No." And she said, "That was your little girl." And I went, "What?" And she said, "Do you want to hold her?" I went, "No."
Did you? It's scary.
I went, no, take her away. Do what you've got to do. And they just wheeled her around, and her little hand was up. I'll never forget. I just held her little hand. Her little hand just went around me. And that was it. I didn't see her for 3 days. It was gone because I had COVID. I wasn't allowed in the ward, and yeah, so that's when our NICU journey began. On to the next.
So I went into hospital on the 16th of July and the 15th of July, and I only had a temperature which I couldn't control at home, so I knew that I needed to go in. But I actually had a Doppler that I bought online, and I was always checking Darcy's heartbeat, and I could tell that it was rising. On the 18th of July, I just really struggled with my breathing. I went from being on no oxygen 3 hours later on CPAP in intensive care. And then I completely exhausted that avenue to help me. And they then said to me that they needed to put me into an induced coma. I remember being so relieved because I was so tired. I remember saying to the doctor, "Am I going to die?" And he said to me, "I can't answer that." And I just said, "Just please save my little girl for my family." Because I got more poorly in the hospital I was in Torbay Bay, they needed me to be closer to a NICU that took babies as young as Darcy's gestation. So then they transferred me up to Derriford. I left Torbay Hospital on 37% oxygen. And then by the time I'd been at Derriford for 3 hours, I was on 100% oxygen and doing absolutely nothing for myself. And then they just said to my mum that she needed to just prepare that I wasn't going to make it. And they then decided that they would deliver Darcy and just see whether it helped. I remember waking up and thinking what's going on, and I was feeling for my bum, and I said to the nurse, "Where have I had my baby?" And she said, "Yes, you've had your baby." Before they delivered Darcy, they said it's mum or baby. My mum was like, "That is not an option." If I wasn't in that coma, they would have gave us on Darcy a lot earlier.
Yeah, so Mari was, I get much less traumatic than you guys, wasn't it? So my uterus broke at 25 weeks. I remember calling the, triage or whatever, and they said, "Oh, we'll come in and we'll check you out." So I went in and did some checks. I think they were literally about to send me home, and then she came back out and said, "Oh, it actually is you. I'm really shocked, but it's your waters that have gone. So we now need to keep you in for 3 days because it's likely the baby will come within 3 days. She didn't come, so we went home and they monitored me for a few weeks and everything seemed to tickle on really well. That night, we just went to bed and I was like, I just don't feel right. And then about half nine, I think I started to feel a bit funny. And then at midnight, I woke up and I was like, I think this is contractions. And then I remember just as we were driving, because we're an hour away, the contractions were coming really thick and fast, and got there about 2. And then she was born at 4. Yeah, then so she was taken off and my NICU journey began.
The 3 of us are here today because we're going to be raising money for the charity Keep Me Close. The Keep Me Close charity provides a home-from-home experience for families with sick and extremely premature babies requiring neonatal intensive care. The care of extremely premature and sick babies turns the lives of families upside down. It is physically, emotionally, and financially demanding, placing families under immense pressure. This is why the 3 of us want to give back to this incredible charity who helped me, Sienna, and all the other girls survive our NICU journey. So if you'd like to help us raise money for this fantastic charity, please follow the link below to our GoFundMe page. Every little penny counts, and we would really, really appreciate your support and to help further families going through this journey that us 3 have experienced. They are incredible and we are forever grateful. So from us 3 mums, we just want to say, thank you, Keep Me Close.